Hello, people. I'm Samuel Owen with the surname Hancock, founder of Christian Concavers, the Good Seed Kingdom, in 2019. Welcome to my 6th channel and my kingdom, Christian Concavers, if you're new here. I'm just going to read out some prophecy about the return of Christ from the scriptures and from the King James Bible version translation, as there are many different translations out there that are not in the original language, that are not the originals, but we have to start somewhere and try to do our best. Revelation chapter 6, verses 1 and 2. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Revelation 6, verses 15 to 17. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Isaiah chapter 63, verses 1 to 8. Who is this that comes from Edom? With dyed garments from Bozrah. This that is glorious in his apparel, travelling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore are you red in your apparel, and your garments like him that treads in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. I will mention the loving kindnesses of the Lord, and the praises of the Lord according to all that the Lord has bestowed on us, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he has bestowed on them according to his mercies and according to the multitude of his loving kindnesses. For he said, surely they are my people, children that will not lie. So he was their saviour. Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 13, verses 37 to 41 and 49. Jesus answered and said unto them, he that sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. Psalms 2. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, you are my son, this day have I begotten you. Ask of me, and I shall give you the heathen for your inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron. You shall dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O you kings, be instructed, you judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Revelation 3:12. Him that overcomes will I make a pillar in the temple of my deity, Elohim, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my Elohim, and the name of the city of my Elohim, which is New Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from my Elohim, and I will write upon him my new name. Revelation chapter 19, verses 11 and 12. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he does judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. He had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Revelation 19:14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. General Epistle of Jude, chapter 1, verses 14 to 16. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speaks great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. Matthew 24. Verses 37 to 41. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Revelation chapter 19 verses 20. Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Now I'm going to speak and say something. I demonstrated to the enemy that I'm the return of Christ by the beginning of 2018, and they made it clear that they know I'm the return of Christ within 18 months of then. I could register halfway through 2019 after I'd sowed the good seed. The enemy are saying they think I'm the return of Christ, which I was already sort of suspicious of myself, but I figured it out and declared it all the next year in 2020. Which is, it's symbolic of having perfect vision. 2020 as well, actually, coincidentally. But yeah, I sowed the good seed in 2019. I'm at war with the fallen kingdom, and they have a network of trolls that are deceiving, replacing me. They outnumber me. There's 50 trolls up in concave Earth and flat Earth. They all have a little gang following. They're all friends, the trolls. And they've just got together and smeared me and removed all my stuff, and all of you are just part of the collective, just under the divided up, trash mind little concave trolls, little concavers under the other concave leaders and groups at the top of the trolling pyramid. Basically, I've done thousands of streams and lost it all on 5 channels. That's tough crap. That's the way of the world. That's the war you're in. Next, my angels will exterminate everyone and the grid will go down and everyone will lose their online activity, their content, their work, their files, their accounts, their YouTube channels. I, at 41 years old, after declaring to humans 5 years ago I'm Christ, can't get 1 ounce, tiny speck of love or respect from any of you. And it's pointless me trying to speak to 50 subs to 5 viewers when you're still in that frame of mind. You're so lost, tears, stuck, waiting for a Superman, clueless about the prophecy. You've got me doing this morning. Putting my Good Seed t-shirt on to show you I've got dyed garments. Showing my birth certificate again, that I do works, and it's easy maybe not to get through to you about the Good Seed, but it will be for someone else and they'll survive. You'll just be exterminated if you don't just bow, join me, and obey. So this is all the truth. You're all under Satanists that run governments, then these trolls everywhere pretending to be against the governments, and you're all just stuck favouring under them, stuck under them when I'm Christ. Years are going by, none of you can believe it. You all think I'm the worst person, a vain, toxic guy, an angry, loud guy. And I'm deciding whether I want to just not have my holy angels exterminate you all or not. And it's not looking good for any of you at all. You can check out 2nd Esdras 13 in your own time, just letting you know that the return of Christ, a warlord, comes to make war, but he's got no weapons of war because he's the good shepherd. So it's non-violent. It's not exactly peaceful because we're at war, but it's non-violent. It's no weapons. On one of my channels, I'd made the Christian Concavers playlist CC Manifesto. I'd since sown the good seed and declared the kingdom. Actually, I'd sown the good seed, made a CC Manifesto playlist, declared the kingdom, lost channels. Then they sent Tommy Robinson out saying, unite the kingdom, for a year or 2. They held it on my birthday, May 16th, which fell on a Sabbath that year. Since we got Tommy, talking about Turning Point UK, which, that's where young Bob was last year. You're all just diabolical underlings. I brought you up Matthew 13. There are 2 in the field. You're all good seed under me. Or tares. Right, world. You're with Satan and governments. You're with the banksters and the Satanists and the Masons and the trolls and all the tares that you're with. But if you just go do a survey and try just figure out, are you Christian Concavers? Are you Christian Concave? None of them are. Are you? Yeah. Because they're just all tares. I'm Christ. Christian Concavers is my good seed kingdom. Let the campaign battle continue to drag out, to begin. If that's what you all want, to just be detrimental little spastic little zombies, you can all do what you can think to do, whatever you can do there with free will. You can be as detrimental as you probably don't know how detrimental you're being, but you are all being very detrimental. But yeah, if you can't bow to me and obey me and become the seed and obey my decree, you'll just be exterminated. So Matthew 13, good seed. Psalms 2, decree. That's what I'm on with. Like, I'm the deity, Elohim, Christ, the Son of the Father. And Christian Concavers is definitely surviving. I don't know if my own son is. And Christian Concavers is what you've all got to become. And my decree is what I declared about it, what you all have to obey. Now I'm with the Father and with my holy angels, and I sowed the good seed and declared the decree. You're all just going to be exterminated if you don't bow under that, become the seed, obey the decree, start spreading offline for me. Thanks for listening. Check out 2nd Esdras chapter 13. Look out for, he's got no weapons of war. He was rising out of the sea like he's going up in a cloud in the sky to heaven. symbolically in other texts. I've pointed out and shown you that he comes from in Isaiah. He comes. He's on his own from Edom. No one will help him. He's on his own, and no one will help him. He does not arrive to the earth flying out of the sky with 10,000s of saints. I destroy Robert Ferrell, Apocryphal 1970, and all the rest of you. He's not even asking you to change the game and everyone unite under Robert to fight the Rothschilds. You're just all zombie trash minds in a trolling pyramid. And I came up and rivaled and called out the first white horse rider LSC as the lamb. And I'm the second white horse rider. My name, Samuel Owen, parallels judge and make war. It means name of Elohim, young warrior. And Samuel has a connection to the role of a judge, the judge judging. So you probably felt like this was all going well, apart from you don't like me, but you're keeping an eye on me, and I'm just reading out scripture, and you're like, well, this is all right so far, so where's he going? Where's he going to take a turn and ruin it? Because we all know that this Sam's not just a stupid, humble government, little mind control Paulinist that's just going to come up and rep for Christ and Paul and not trigger anyone and not make any claims. No, it was never going to be like that, was it? Because I'm Christ, wrathful and angry, trying to lead the war and make the difference. I'm not doing something so you can all, just carry on another day. Little spastics under the government want to earn some money and get by and pretend you're in the Holy Kingdom with Paul or not. You're just all tares. I'm Christ. 2 Esdras 13, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to save you or you're going to be dead. You're going to be left behind with me or dead. So look out for the 6 mentions of left behind or not. And the big one that stands out to me in this, that if I were you people, if I was any one of you underlings, I'd be desperate to survive, and I'd want to know about this next verse. So yeah, it's not a fashion show. It's not a personality contest. We just all need to love everyone, and we're at war, and I'm the Lord, and you're needing to obey me. Click on that, please. Thank you. So there are 2 in the field. Christian concavers, good seed with me, whether you're old, grown up, born again or not. You're all Christian concavers with me, Christ, or you're not. Let the campaign battle continue to drag out until it begins one day when one of you are just ready to bow and commit and help. I've been on with it years. You look at it in disgust. You're all just underling, scattering tares. Satan has you. Read that yourself. Don't want to come across as too more anything than what you already think. But yeah, I'll be the one ordering those that are left behind, putting them in some sort of an order, a hierarchy, or telling them what to do, if anything. Thank you very much for listening, people, and very well done for finding this and checking it out, giving it a go. If I had what my mom probably has got some lying around. She used to be a teacher. She's retired. She has lots of little coloured and like golden stars and stickers to put on you for doing well, like what you get like at the dentist or something. But I don't have any. But it's the thought that counts, and I would have given you all a sticker for checking this out, especially if you've checked it out in the next 2 months of me making it, or that you join me and obey the decree in the next 2 months. Really well done, humans. Well done. I'll leave you to all your diabolical trash-mindedness and your scattering and your cares of the doing. It's coming as a snare to you all, but I love you all, and at least you're trying. You've made it here. Bye for now.